my last video, I promised that I would tell you how I got this Grove Music Dictionary last year for cheap. I have a coworker, and last year he asked me if I wanted to borrow his Grove Dictionary. And I said, sure, I'd like to borrow it. I love the work. I remember being in music school many, many years ago and going to the library every week, every other day actually, to check out different volumes of this work and sit there in the library and study it. We couldn't take it home. It was a reference work. And I said, sure, I'd like to borrow it. And then he said, would you like to buy it? I'm trying to clean up my house and I don't want it anymore. I said, sure, I'd like to buy it. I don't know if I can afford it. How much would you like for it? When this happened, this would go online on like Amazon for about $900 for a 20-volume work, the soft cover version. And the hardcover would be like maybe $1,400, something like that. Right now on Amazon, this is like $500 for the soft cover and like maybe $1,100 for the hardcover. So he said, I'll take $40 for it. I said, sure, I'll give you $40. Actually, I think I gave him $60 because I felt bad. And I think I ended up giving him $60 for the entire set, brand new condition, barely used. And when I went to his house to pick it up, they weren't home. So he left a second box on the porch. He said, if you want it, you can have this as well. This is an older encyclopedia. It's not a music work. It's just a general encyclopedia. Kind of an old edition of the American People's Encyclopedia, published in 1955. So I know that it's outdated. A lot of stuff in here is outdated. But you know, for just some general information for free, you know, you can't go wrong with that. So I took that. This is also a 20-volume work. And then I still had some empty space on my shelf, and I looked for another encyclopedia set, and I found this on OfferUp, you know, the phone app where you get stuff for cheap. This is the Funk and Wagnalls New Encyclopedia, hardcover, 31 volumes. And I think it was published in the late 80s, early 90s. Still kind of old for an encyclopedia, but not too bad. I think I paid $25 for a 31 volume set of this. So, anyways, I looked the word Bach for Johann Sebastian Bach, who is my absolute favorite composer ever. So I looked Bach up in here and in the other two to see what I come up with. So obviously in the Grove, you're gonna get a lot of information because this is a music work. So they don't just talk about Bach in here, they actually study the entire family. In fact, they started by providing a chart, like a timeline with all the Bachs and who they were and where and when they lived. And I think they give like 103 pages to this section, which is a lot of information. And I think Johann Sebastian Bach gets like 40 or 50 pages. So this is just amazing, amazing. A great resource. I looked Bach in here, and obviously this is not going to be as extensive. Not only is it older, but it's also it's not a musical encyclopedia. So they do about a page and a half on Bach in here. It's just some very general basic information, which for a non-musician or a beginner musician, maybe a high school student, is pretty interesting to look at. And then in here, I looked at Bach. There's like maybe 5 pages on the family and on Johann Sebastian Bach. Some pretty nice information, detailed, somewhat academic, nicely written, easy to understand. I would say maybe high school level for this as well. So anyways, that's my little brag video about, especially about this. This was an amazing buy for me. If you ever come across something like this on Craigslist or OfferUp or maybe eBay for a reduced price, I would really go for it. I know that nowadays printed books are not so popular anymore because people like to look up stuff online, and I get that. I read books online as well, but you know, there's something special about holding a book in your hand and turning the pages, and it's just, you know, taking a little notes or underlining, you know, different things. There's still something special about that. So that's my short video on the new Grove Dictionary Music and Musicians of music and musicians that I bought for $60, and I'm quite proud of it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And see you in the next video. Thanks.